It's official. The day many wrestling fans knew was coming but hoped would never arrive is finally on the calendar. John Cena, the man who was the face of an entire generation of WWE, has confirmed the date for his final match, and it's bringing an end to one of the most decorated careers in the history of sports entertainment. The announcement has sent a tidal wave of emotion through the wrestling world, not just because an era is over, but because of the incredible details surrounding his last ride. NBC has confirmed that John Cena's retirement match will take place at a special Saturday night's main event on December 13th, 2025. This historic send-off is set to stream exclusively on Peacock, which is notable since most other WWE premium live events are moving to ESPN's new platform starting in September 2025. While WWE hasn't announced the opponent or the exact location, the overwhelming belief is that Cena will take his final bow at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, just an hour from his hometown of West Newbury. It would be a storybook ending for a hometown hero, but the final chapter is just one part of the incredible farewell tour he's on right now. The farewell tour breakdown. When John Cena announced that 2025 would be his last year in the ring, everyone expected a farewell tour, but no one knew just how significant it would feel. For over 20 years, we knew one version of John Cena, the ultimate good guy, the superhero in jorts, and a t-shirt who lived by hustle, loyalty, and respect. He was the unshakable, unbreakable icon of the company. But his 2025 farewell tour hasn't been a simple victory lap. It's been a poignant and suspenseful final chapter. With every appearance, the stakes feel higher, and the question in the air is palpable. Can he do it one last time? Can he finally break Ric Flair's record and become a 17-time world champion? That chase has defined his final year. It's no longer just about celebrating the past. It's about one last, monumental goal that has seemed to slip through his fingers for years. This quest for a 17th title has added an electric sense of drama to all of his matches. He's stepping into the ring with a new generation of superstars, and every encounter feels like a piece of history. This isn't a story about a dark turn. It's the story of a hero's final battle against time, trying to cement his legacy as the undisputed greatest of all time. It's what makes his remaining appearances, including rumored high-profile matches on the horizon, absolutely must-see events for any fan. An unforgettable legacy. To really get why this final match is such a massive deal, you have to look back at the legacy John Cena is leaving behind. A legacy built on being the gold standard for an entire generation. For over 2 decades, he wasn't just a wrestler. He was a pop culture phenomenon. It's almost hard to picture a WWE before the Doctor of Thugonomics exploded onto the scene in 2002, answering Kurt Angle's open challenge with a declaration of ruthless aggression. That brash, chain-wearing, rap-battling character was a world away from the man he'd become. But it was the spark that lit an inferno. That edgy persona carried him all the way to his first WWE Championship at WrestleMania 21, where he beat JBL and officially began his reign at the top of the industry. It wasn't just a title change, it was the dawn of a new era. From that moment on, the hustle, loyalty, respect era was born. For the next decade and more, John Cena simply was WWE. He anchored Monday Night Raw, main evented countless pay-per-views, and carried the entire company on his shoulders. His list of opponents reads like a Hall of Fame induction ceremony. He had a viciously personal feud with Edge that defined an era of Raw. He had his legendary generation-spanning rivalry with Randy Orton, 2 men whose careers will be forever linked. They fought in every match imaginable, pushing each other to the absolute edge. Then you have his historic series with CM Punk, which famously blurred the lines between fiction and reality and created some of the most compelling television WWE has ever produced. He stood toe-to-toe with Batista, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Brock Lesnar. And of course, he had his once-in-a-lifetime and twice-in-a-lifetime WrestleMania main events against The Rock, a clash of icons that grabbed the attention of the entire entertainment world. Through it all, he was the constant. Stars would rise and fall, but Cena was always there, seamlessly transitioning from WWE's top guy to a bona fide Hollywood A-lister, yet always finding his way back home. But Cena's most important legacy might not be his 16 World Championships or his WrestleMania main events. It's the work he's done outside the ring. John Cena holds the all-time record for the most wishes granted for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, with an incredible total of over 650 wishes fulfilled. That's a record no other celebrity has even come close to. Since granting his first wish in 2002, he's made it his mission to bring a little light to children and families dealing with critical illnesses. He's famous for saying he will drop everything to be involved with Make-A-Wish, because he sees it as the coolest thing he can do. This is the true measure of the man. It's a legacy of kindness that will last far longer than any championship reign, and it's why his final match means so much to so many people. This all boils down to one last question. Who will be John Cena's final opponent? With the date locked in for December 13th, the speculation is running wild. The answer will define the very last moments of his legendary career. Will he face an old ghost from his past, or will he give the ultimate endorsement to a star of the future? The list of potential opponents is fascinating. A name that comes up a lot is Gunther. The ring general is the definition of modern, hard-hitting, technical wrestling. A match between Gunther and Cena would be an incredible clash of eras and styles. Giving the rub to a dominant force like Gunther would be the ultimate passing of the torch. Then you have the young guns, guys like Bron Breakker or Carmelo Hayes, who represent the next wave of WWE superstars. A final match against one of them would be Cena's ultimate gift back to the business he loves, anointing a successor on the biggest stage possible. Of course, you can't ignore the personal, story-driven options. What about his greatest rival, Randy Orton? Their careers have mirrored each other for almost 2 decades. One final battle between the Viper and Big Match John would be a poetic, emotional end to one of the defining rivalries of a generation. Seth freakin' Rollins is another amazing choice. Rollins is the workhorse of today's WWE in a way that's very similar to Cena in his prime. A match between them would be a fight to see who the true standard bearer really is. And then there's the biggest wild card of all, The Rock. Their feud was supposed to be settled years ago, but with The Rock's recent return to the WWE landscape, you can never say never. Could Cena's final act be one last showdown with the man he shares so much history with? The possibilities are almost endless, and every single one tells a different story. But we want to know what you think. Who should be John Cena's final opponent? A rising star like Gunther? A historic rival like Randy Orton? Or someone completely different? Let us know your dream opponent in the comments below. On December 13th, 2025, the in-ring career of John Cena comes to a close. For more than 20 years, he's been a constant, a larger-than-life hero who has entertained millions, inspired countless children, and carved his face onto the Mount Rushmore of WWE. His farewell tour has been an emotional ride, reminding us all of his incredible passion and his willingness to do anything for the business he loves. Whether you chanted, "Let's go Cena," or "Cena sucks," you could never deny his dedication. His absence will leave a void that may never be filled. The era of hustle, loyalty, and respect is officially ending, and the WWE will be forever changed because of it. Thank you, Cena.